What's up, Cinemaniacs? I just got back from watching The Man from U.N.C.L.E, another Guy Ritchie film. And one thing I can tell you about this movie, it was a Guy Ritchie film. Now, is that a good thing or a bad thing? I'll tell you that right after this. The Man from U.N.C.L.E. This is a Guy Ritchie film. He directed and he wrote the screenplay for this movie. And the one thing I have to say is there's a couple of movies that most people kind of recognize when it comes to Guy Ritchie films. That is Snatch, Sherlock Holmes, and Sherlock Holmes 2, The Game of Shadows. And the reason why I actually threw those three movies out there is because if you take those three movies and you kind of smush them together, that's where you kind of get The Man from U.N.C.L.E. You get that old school gritty Guy Ritchie film, but with a little bit of newer flair and, a little veteran seasoning. And let's start off with the stars in this movie. You have Henry Cavill, whatever. Superman. In this movie, he is Napoleon Solo, who is an ex-thief, and the CIA ends up utilizing his talents, and he became the CIA's best agent. The guy's very suave, he's cool, and he's got a little bit of arrogance to him, but he's also an amazing ladies' man in this movie. So you can kind of see where he might get a little bit of that arrogance. And then you're also introduced to Armie Hammer's character. He's a strong, like bull super agent for the Russians, and he's like the polar opposite, but not really. He's more of the polar opposite mentality. More reserved, less words spoken, a little cocky, but in a different way. He's definitely stronger, where I think Henry Cavill's character is kind of more smooth and suave and able to kind of get in and out of slippery situations. Whereas Armie Hammer's character would rather punch his way through. And that is where the great dynamic about this movie is that you get these two characters, they're equally skilled, but in different ways. And when you pair these two guys up together, they're almost unbeatable. And you also get the female character in this movie, the lead female character, Alicia Vikander, and she somehow ends up getting intertwined with these two guys. And you'll see how that plays out. And of course, because there's two guys and one woman, you will have a love interest. The good thing about this love interest is it's not a love triangle. So you don't have to worry about the back and forth. Who's gonna get the girl? That is not one of those stupid side plots that needs to happen in this movie. And it doesn't, thank God. That would have almost made it a little cheesy. You also have some great side characters like Hugh Grant. Hugh Grant as Waverly. He wasn't in the movie a lot. When he was there, he provided a lot of good little quick side humor that is done in a very British way. You get these quick little jabs at the ego here and there, and it just plays out so incredibly funny. And that is one of the great things about this movie, is that even with another side character like Uncle Rudy, he is a great evil character and you actually kind of fear him, but he also had one of the biggest laughs in the theater. When this one part in the movie hit, it hit everybody and everybody was dying laughing. And it went on for a little while too. So good. Oh, and there was another character. Of course, you have the evil villain, Victoria. She's a little scary. She's pretty terrifying. And she's slutty too. So she's like slutty and scary. It's terrifying. Not really terrifying because her character was a little bit of a weak link, but she really showed some real villainous chops several times throughout this movie. The action scenes were really great. Guy Ritchie did a phenomenal job filming this action sequence. I felt like I just talked about this like in a Mission Impossible movie where it involved nothing but cars and a motorcycle. But in this one, the way that it was filmed, it almost felt like they used a drone. And they were filming up top and the way they zoomed in and everything, the way that it kind of balanced out, and it looked so cool. I really enjoyed that because I have never really seen anything like that in a movie before. And I thought it was a really clever way to do it because they had to really focus on three different aspects. And they just kept on zooming in and pulling out, and they were edited really well. It was one of the coolest chase scenes I've seen. I think I liked it even more than the one that I just happened to watch in the Mission Impossible Rogue Nation. The story was exceptional and it was extremely well balanced between humor, action, character building. There was so much to love about the story of this movie. Was it a little slow at times? Yes, it was a little slow at times, but I do feel that this is one of those movies that during those slow times, you actually learn some stuff that you need to pay attention to. The chemistry between all of the characters was phenomenal. I did not find a weak link between the chemistry of any of the characters. This movie might be in my top 3 of Guy Ritchie films to date. Now, I'd have to go back and rewatch all of these movies. The one that I just saw which is The Man from U.N.C.L E, I am going to give an 8 out of 10. And the more I think about it and the more I talk about it, the more I like this movie and the more I want to go back and see this. I got to see an early screener of this. The movie doesn't come out until this week, and I am thinking about going back again, maybe this weekend, to go see this for a second time because I get to pick up on some extra things here and there that I didn't catch the first time around. So have you seen The Man from U.N.C.L E? If you have, let me know what you thought about it in the comment section below. If you have not seen it, are you looking forward to seeing this movie? Let me know all those things in the comment section below. And if you haven't yet, please subscribe to the YouTube channel. You can find a little clip. I believe it's like over here or over here. Somewhere. It's somewhere. I think it's like over here. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope I kept it under 5 minutes. And I hope, most importantly, that you'll enjoy The Man from U.N.C.L E as much as I did. So thanks for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Click the thumbs up if you did. If you did not, click the thumbs up. And I will see you guys again at the movies soon.